Hey everyone, I'm Matt with Paragon Robotics. Today, I'm going to give everyone a first look at our new weight-based scales along with our inventory management system. First, let's discuss weight-based scales and what sets them apart from traditional approach. Paragon has designed a product family of inventory management scales that can give you precise real-time counts on how many items are in your bins, which is then integrated into our inventory management software. The idea here is to use weight-based scales to automatically track part quantities in bins as opposed to performing manual counts. Let the scales do the work for you. This enables the use of modern supply chain management techniques to optimize inventory levels, save on labor costs, and reduce human error. Let's take a step back and talk about where weight-based inventory systems are already making an impact. The medical and manufacturing industries have seen some of the largest benefits from these systems due to the need of real-time accuracy and prevention of stockouts. This is also beneficial for vendor-managed inventory providers, or VMI, which are programs where a third party fully manages the inventory levels on-site at a company. Let's zoom in on some of the key features of the weight-based approach. Use of weight-based scales gives you a real-time picture of your inventory counts. It removes the manual process of counting and updating inventory. Traditional systems have a significant downside due to the fact that they rely on manual labor, which inevitably introduces delay and inaccuracy. Another benefit of real-time counts is the remote monitoring feature. The ability to access the data anywhere is a significant benefit to save on travel and labor costs. This is especially useful for companies managing multiple locations or VMI providers. Additionally, real-time counts means reordering of stock is more streamlined. Let the data drive the restocking process. Use a report to determine whether a part reorder limit has been reached or a product expiration has occurred. All of the benefits we've described above are a way to prevent stockouts or lack of inventory. You can avoid production delays, back orders, lost sales, and customer dissatisfaction by ensuring inventory is always stocked. Additionally, you should be aiming to avoid overstocking your inventory. By utilizing historic data collected by the system, you can optimize your restock levels and only keep on hand exactly what you need. So let's dive into the system and take a look at a quick example setup. The scales are designed around specific bin sizes in order to provide maximum stocking density in your space. The smaller scale uses a 6-inch bin, while we also offer a wider 11-inch bin for bulkier or heavier items. The scales are made from 304 stainless steel and are pretty darn rugged. For nearly all applications, they should easily withstand more than a decade of use, even in warehouse-like environments. These are platform-type scales, and you can see the top weight platform deflects a little bit when I push down on it. The bin slides securely into the rails here, and the front detents keep the bin in place if I were to try to slide it forward. The front uses a 1-inch LCD display and a small keypad, and the wiring harnesses are on the bottom here to allow chaining together a large number of scales in a row. Next, let's check out the display. All of our scales come standard with a full graphic LCD screen. This is a unique feature that many other competitors do not offer. The LCD screen provides information for picking and restocking parts, ultimately minimizing mistakes. This includes the part number, lot number, count within the bin, and total weight of the parts. This can be all configured through the system software. Multiple scales can be chained together and connected to our inventory management software through an N-series controller. These controllers offer a variety of connectivity options, including Ethernet, LTE, and wireless. If you need more scales or have multiple setup locations in your system, just add as many scales or N-series controllers as you need. Let's plug the scale into the N-series. We have the scale connection itself, USB for power, and Ethernet for connectivity. Once the hardware is connected together, it's on to the software to get the system configured. This is done through a cloud-based system using a browser like Edge or Chrome. Using the inventory app, we can find our scales and controller. We can then claim and configure the hardware into the system. There are a series of steps as part of the scale configuration process, including adding parts and locations. This is all done through the main configuration dialog as seen here. Once we've completed these steps, we then can tear and weigh parts for the scale. Let's add some parts here for the initial part weighing steps. Upon completion of the wizard, the scale is now set up to track part counts through the scale itself, with all the changes being passed along to the system. Let's test the scale now. We'll remove some parts, which is then reflected on the scale screen. The changes are also updated in the software as well. As seen here, the transaction of the parts removal has been recorded. The scale and system are now running live. After a period of use, you will want to run a scheduled report to check usage and whether restocking is necessary. Running of the usage report gives us a historical view of the part count changes for that period of time. Additionally, because we set up a reorder point, we can see a comparison of what the minimal level should be. This gives us the information we need to set up additional purchase orders for restocking. Some additional features the software provides are the following: import-export data for other system integration, reporting output, trending analysis with charting visuals, and tracking of product expirations. As you've seen, the setup process is fairly short and simple. It won't take long to configure your scales to get live part usage information available at your fingertips. The system is easily expandable. Just add more scales to suit your needs. And that wraps up today's overview of the weight-based inventory system. Drop us a chat or an email if you got an application you wish to discuss. We love seeing all the different industries out there and finding them cost-effective solutions. Thanks for watching, and catch you next time.